I'm going to be perfectly honest. The next 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to be showing you exactly how to build your fitness business, exactly how to get leads, exactly how to get clients, exactly how to set up your coaching business. And we're going to show you behind the scenes. And the reason why I've got these other coaches here with you, because we're going literally behind the scenes, showing you how a multi-six-figure fitness business is built today. And I want you to know something, why I want you to stick with me in this free training. And chill out. There is nothing to buy on this training right now. This is purely us wanting to show you what it is that you need to be able to do. I'm going to be sharing my iPad with you right now because I'm going to be walking you through what we call the money map. Okay. This is really important for you to be able to understand because there is 11 steps that you need to be able to follow to actually build your fitness business today. And we're going to be going through that. But just before we do that, I want to introduce to you these other coaches so you know why you should actually be listening to them as well. Coach Cal, numero uno, I'd love for you to kick off, dude. Why should the other coaches be listening to you today?
Chris, have spent the last 5 to 6 years in the online fitness industry, and I've worked with a couple of different niches, but now I run a multi-six-figure coaching program, a very unique program that I work with teen dudes anywhere from 13 all the way up to early 20s across Australia, New Zealand, and internationally. I've got a team of 7, including myself, and dude, we have a lot of fun. And to be perfectly honest, I also only work probably in young guns, depending on the week, probably anywhere from 4 to 6 hours per week. So it's been amazing to be able to watch my team accelerate so that I've got a bit more time to be able to do more of the fun stuff and obviously be able to do this today and help others do what I do. So that's why someone should have a little bit of a listen or chat to me.
Dude, I love this. And this is a big reason why you're here. So if you, coach, want to be able to run a multi-six-figure business and work 46 hours a week, then listening to Coach Cal is going to be a really good idea and why I want to do this. Next up, Elisha, one of the most handsome dudes going around in this world right now. Dude, why should we actually be listening to you today?
So I'm actually the newest coach of the Coaches Cartel. I've been in the fitness industry for like 5 years doing face-to-face and just recently in the last year doing the online side of things. I scaled brought my business from about 4K per month to 16K per month. I'm bringing on a few team members here. And so, I'm still in the trenches with everybody trying to get out of completely the online world. And so, that's why you should listen to me because I'm still fighting in the game with you. So I know what it's like.
I love it. This is so good. And that's a big part of that. Like we're literally in the trenches with you. We're literally building fitness business today. And we're going to show you how we build 10K plus fitness businesses for around the world. Now, the dude that is also a handsome guy, but also someone that's coached more people than I could ever poke a stick at, Mr. Josh Fago, why should we listen to you today?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, guys. Reality was I was scrubbing toilets about 5 years ago at the local gym making minimum wage. Between then and now, a lot's happened. I've been fortunate to coach over 15,200 coaching clients worldwide through online fitness. Somehow Chris swindled me into moving to Bali, Indonesia. And so you should listen to me because I have probably done a higher volume of coaching than most people in this space. But that means I've made all of the mistakes so you don't have to. I always say I've spent the time, energy, and money so you don't have to.
I love this. Okay, let's get into this. I want us to make this really practical. So it's time for us to roll up our sleeves. It's time for us to go through exactly what it is that we need to do to actually build your business today. So the entire premise of right now is we're going to be showing you the 11 key steps. If you want to become a successful fitness professional, that very importantly does 3 things. 1, you're earning the money that you want. 2, you're having the impact doing the work that you love. And again, just like Callum, for example, working 4 to 6 hours a week, doing amazing income, helping people literally transforming their lives. And the 3rd one, transforming your life, you being able to live on your terms as well. If you want to build a business that does that, then I highly recommend that you follow these 11 steps. And these 11 steps could also be called 11 systems. These are 11 systems that need to be in place that do the fundamental 3 main things. Number 1, you need to bring in leads. You need to attract in leads. Number 2, you need to turn those leads into clients. Number 3, you need to be able to actually deliver results to your clients. And if you want a brownie point 4th big mover of the business, it's scale. You need to be able to actually step away from your business and actually start going through what it is that you need to do. So what we're showing you right now is this is literally the steps we use to build your fitness business. This is exactly what we're going to do to get you leads, get you clients. So typically this is done in the first 30 days. Most of these 11 steps is actually done in the first 7 days. So we hit the ground running really, really fast. So step one, dudes, let's jump into this and let's rock and roll and show everyone how we do it.
I've got step one, boys. And for everyone watching this, there is a reason why step one is step one. And that reason is if we do not nail step one, if step one is not properly set in place, step two, step three, step four, and all of the other steps after this literally do not matter. But if you can nail step one, which is exactly what we do, we help you build out step one, which is your offer. What is your program? What is your offer? What are you selling it for? What is the actual communication surrounding the offer? I will tell you this. One of the reasons why I felt stuck early on in my business, and I didn't know this at the time, which is why I wish I had this framework way back when, I didn't have a good offer. People did not want what I was putting on the table. I was not making sales. I wasn't good at marketing because I wasn't clear on what my offer was. So what is it essentially that you give people? And what is the communication surrounding what it is that you give people? We help you build out your program, your offer, so you know exactly what you're selling and you can feel super confident in it. Because if you're confident in your offer and you are sold on your own offer, you'll easily be able to sell it to everyone else. The offer is so important. It could be its own coaching session, which it might be a podcast on the Coaches Cartel podcast hosted by Josh Vago. So stay tuned for that. But step one, we got to nail your offer.
I absolutely love this. Extremely important because you literally can't do the other 10 steps unless you do this one. Let's go. Step numero dos. This one is obviously something that I know no one else in the world is currently doing right now. So step number 2.
Yeah, I got step number 2. And this one's pretty close to my heart because this is exactly what I needed when I was in the face-to-face world, like, being the dancing monkey, right? So we're literally going to give you a VA that we manage that is going to be able to take, leads from your social media platforms and get them into your calendar for you to actually sell them. So we need to fill up our pipeline. And so we're going to give you a VA and their job is to engage, post all your stuff on social media. From there, get them into your calendar so you can sell them and you can start making money in your online fitness business. And this, like I said, this is so close to my heart because it literally saved me so much time so I could focus on the things that really could move my business forward. And that's what we're so excited to be able to share with everybody because it is so valuable. And that's why Chris is so excited. And that's what he talked about. So, yeah.
Dude, I love this. This is incredible. I just got to say a quick side point from this one is like the coolest thing about this is we're literally doing everything needed for you to build your business as fast as and easy as possible. This is the biggest no-brainer of a next step for you as well. But let's keep this show on the road. Step number 3.
Yeah, step number 3. So this is we call it a business in a box because that's literally what it is. We have the offer now, right? So we need to figure out how can we give this to our clients in a way that they have an amazing experience. And also, so we check all the boxes. So we're going to be able to give you everything from the consultation forms, everything to the workouts, and to be able to make your life super easy. So you're doing it in a way that it doesn't take up so many hours of your time. We're also going to be able to give you anything from update forms and also how to send contracts to people when they leave your program or when they want to join your program, just so you guys don't have to think about any of this. We're going to give it to you, you copy it, you make it your own, and then you give it out to the world. So the experience that a client has with you is amazing. And that's what we call as a business in a box because we're literally going to hand it to you, you customize it, send it off into the world.
Oh, okay, I love this. Literally, no one else is doing this in the world right now. But let's keep this moving. Step number 4. Oh, this one's juicy.
Yeah, this is juicy. Step number 4 is, man, this hits me deep. I almost have trauma from downloading and reading every single one of Russell Brunson's books and understanding how to set up a ClickFunnels and actually create sales funnels. So guys, what we do here is obviously you probably have before as well, whether you've used ClickFunnels, Kartra, or Lead Pages, anything to be able to create it, it gets really confusing on what actually converts and what is actually needed in a landing page or any sort of funnel. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to give you the done for you, the stuff that actually works inside of our businesses. In fact, it's actually a copy and paste of what I, myself, and Elisha both use in our fitness business. So we're actually just going to give you the funnels to use so you don't have to do it. Pretty cool.
This is so cool. Okay, amazing. Now, this one, step number 5, this one's super interesting because this is probably where most people get stuck as well. So step numero 5.
Yeah, I guess step number 5 too. And speaking of landing pages, speaking of trying to figure out how to get funnels going, step number 5 means that we're going to literally be giving you a software that's going to do everything for you. Think of whatever software you're using right now. And this is like the all-in-one solution. Everything from like your calendar to your workflows of like sending out emails to sending out text messages. And this is two-way. That's something different that not a lot of people have, right? And also we're going to be able to set up preloaded funnels, preloaded websites for you. And you're literally just going to be able to grab it and be able to have it in all-in-one like spot so you can get it out into the world. This is going to save you thousands of dollars, like it says right there. And this is my biggest thing. I'm not very good with technology. And all of this stuff is so simple to use that it's going to make your life so much easier because you're not having to spend so much time coding zaps and doing all of this. You're able to get this, have it all in one spot, and and make sure everything is automated.
I love this. Okay, let's keep this going. Step number 6. Well, this gets even juicier actually right now.
Yeah, step number 6. Like, there's so much juice right here. There's almost too much juice to handle. I mean, the reality is, once again, you don't have to do any of the appointment setting because in step 2, Elisha gave you an appointment setter. Now, that appointment setter has to have the proper scripting and the DM sequences and the actual written communication that gets people to convert. You would normally have to set that up yourself. You don't have to anymore. All of these scripts, all of the appointment setting stuff, the marketing and sales, things that you say to people that get them influenced enough to the point where they actually give you green freedom paper in the form of money, that's set up for you. So you don't have to be creative and put together, well, what do I say and how do I say it? We've already taken care of that for you. Step number 6, all your lead and sales appointment setting scripts, done.
I love this. All right, step number 7. Let's keep this going. We've got a few left.
Step 7. My goodness. If you've tried setting up Facebook ads before, you probably wanted to go and jump off a cliff. So to save you doing that, what we're going to do is we're actually going to set your ads up for you. Not only set your ads up for you, we're going to give you the exact templates that we need. And we're actually going to even be able to create the copy for those ads as well, which is super, super cool. So we're going to be setting the ads up. And guess what? You can just watch your leads. We're going to be tracking some of the data there for then you to be able to download and then set your points from there. So that's world class. It's ridiculous that we can do that. Super cool.
This is amazing. And I just want to hit the pause button just for a second as we go through this, because I just want you right now, you as the coach, to think of, okay, so far we've gone through 7 steps right now. And you got to imagine what is going to happen to your business if, number 1, we've built out your program. Number 2, we've got you a VA. I'm paying for you to have a VA to get started so that we can get you leads and get actual leads into your sales pipeline. Then we're going to actually build out your coaching program. So if you're wondering, what do I actually do to coach my online clients? You don't ever need to think about that. You just actually need to follow exactly what we're going to be building out for you. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that you're actually setting up your funnels. Then I'm going to pay for your marketing and sales software so that we have all of the funnels, all of the marketing campaigns, all of the methods pre-built and set up for you with my team doing that. Then what we're going to do is make sure all of your scriptings for your sales is set up. Then we're going to be able to actually set up your ads. And then step number 8 is, because when I was thinking about this, to make this a complete no-brainer for you, a big part of the process was really going to be, hey, I want to make sure that this is going to work for you. And one of the best ways to do that is I'm going to bring in a professional copywriter. Someone's got 8+ years of in the health and fitness world selling extraordinary amounts of dollars of health and fitness programs. That professional is going to come in and make sure you have the social media posts and that you have the emails to be able to get leads and get them begging to come and work with you as well. Now, on top of that, we've just got a couple more to go. And this is really important because, and after this, I'm going to show you the kind of major steps for this to kind of come together. But step number 9.
Step number 9, our 7-figure sales coach is going to customize your sales process so we can capitalize on all the hard work, the VA, and that we're doing in the marketing side of things. Because we could have all of the leads in the world, but if we're not actually converting them to join the coaching program, all of our hard work doesn't really matter. So that 7-figure sales coach, that is myself. After being a part of 15,000 transactions and contracting about 7 figures worth of sales this year, I've made all of the mistakes. Once again, I will keep saying I've made all of the mistakes so you don't have to. From the scripting, how do you qualify leads? How do you get coaching clients to actually sign on to the program after they give you an objection? How do you make sure that you're having as many of those leads and prospects actually join your coaching program as possible? I was working with the fastest growing fitness company that's ever existed, $0 to $200 million in revenue in about a 5-year period of time. I walked away from about $250,000 a year to come here to coach you to make more sales.
This is absolutely for real. There's no word of a lie at all. Okay, 2 key steps that we have to go through next. Oh, this one is an absolute no-brainer.
It is a no-brainer. Number 10 connects directly to number 7, because not only are we going to set your ads up for you, what we're going to do is we're going to be able to manage these campaigns and manage funnels as well. And Chris, I know you and I were just chatting like recently about what would like a typical ads manager charge per month for like an agency. Be anywhere from $4,000 to $60,000 per month just to actually run your campaigns, track your metrics, etc. So it's like we're going to actually be able to have our team manage your campaigns so that not only we've got your ads out in the world, but when there's changes that need to be made, we've got the correct metrics and we can have a professional eye on to make sure that you're getting a return on investment on how your advertising works. So with the fact we've got that in there, it just blows my brain for your ability to the cost effectiveness for you to be able to have campaigns successfully managed. And finally, we've got step number 11. And in step number 11 is not just the ad, not everything we set up, but we understand that lifestyle factors happen. There's a big bad world out there sometimes. Overwhelm happens. All these sort of things happen when we're starting to set up our businesses. So what you've got is you've got unlimited one-on-one support as well. We've got a team of coaches here that are ready to help and to be able to create the adjustments for you to make sure that your business is actually moving forward profitably, not just in money, but your time and the freedom that you've got inside your business as well. So we are here to help.
Okay, I absolutely love this. And this is super important because when you look at this is literally the 10K money map for a reason, because this is to make sure you get to 10K a month. And these are the set of steps. So you can ask yourself right now, do you know exactly how to execute each of these 11 steps? Because if you don't, well, the idea is you need to be able to know how to do it, because this is the proven map to make sure that you can build your business. And that's why we're saying, hey, we can do this for you. This is literally what we've done for hundreds of fitness professionals around the world. And this is what we can do for you right now. So the easiest next step is to click the link below to book in with a strategy session. And this is exactly what's going to happen right now, and something I want you to understand. The first step is you're going to talk with Josh. Josh is the one that's going to first lay out your strategy, because we do not believe in cookie cutter solutions. So you've got to understand that what has to happen is you need to make sure that you actually have an exact plan that's going to be made for you. And that is what Josh is going to do. Now, I've told Josh, and Josh knows, he cannot sell you anything in that first conversation. The only point of that call is, number one, to find out where you are. You're starting from scratch. Have you been in the industry for years? What's missing? What's broken? And then simply, what's the plan to get you to where it is that you want to be able to go? Now, if you get the all clear and we've got your strategy put together, and then you're happy to move forward, we've answered all of your questions, the next step is you're going to be talking with Callum. Callum then is going to lay out the exact set of steps of what it is that you need to be able to do. And literally we hit the ground running from day one. Then you're going to talk with Elijah, which is going to make sure that we set you up with your VA, we set you up with your marketing and sales software, and we start bringing in leads. Literally from day one, we start bringing in leads for you. And then we build out the exact set of 11 steps from there. Now, I've got to be perfectly honest. I think that's an absolute no-brainer for someone to be able to go through. Callum, why would someone not want to actually take that next step to be able to get their business built, to be able to do something amazing?
Because they hate money.
I didn't see that answer coming. That's really funny. It's really true. And I think, like, to be perfectly honest, number one, I know no one else in the fitness industry can actually do this for you. We're the only ones doing it because, as we said from the very top of this training, we're literally in the trenches doing this for our own businesses and for hundreds of others as well. I don't want you to say yes or no. I don't want you to be scared about how much money is this going to cost or anything like that. Because as I said, the next steps of just getting started, talking to Josh first, it's completely free, because we need to make sure that you are a good fit first. That's why I want to say, hey, book in a quick call. It's 10 to 15 minutes chat. I'm positive Josh isn't going to bite. He's a super lovely dude. And what's the one guarantee that you give on that call, Josh?
I guarantee you will laugh at least twice.
That's an absolute no-brainer right there for itself as well. Now, if you are completely still on the fence right now, there is one more thing that I want to share with you. And this is kind of like a super big picture, what happens. Now, if you have the workbook right now, I want you to come and refer back to the yellow brick road. This is the exact set of steps, because from going from zero all the way to $1 million fitness coach, maybe you don't even want to be $1 million fitness coach. Maybe you want something between $10,000 to $25,000 a month. That's still amazing. But the idea is we know that there is a formula. There is a proven map of we know exactly what problems that you have in each step, and we know what we need to focus on to then take you to the next step and then continue to move on. This isn't stuff that is getting made up. This is the exact map that we use day in, day out with other coaches. Then it comes into something really, really easy. This is literally the checkbox system that we use with our members to make sure that we know exactly what's going on. So even for example, right now, you could walk away from this. If let's just say you're between 0 to 6,000 a month. Well, to attract leads, have you a launched appointment ads? Do you know how to get a taste tester, which is literally how to get people to have a taste, have a test, have a trial of what it is that you've got? Do you have a referral system set up? Then are you being able to share social proof? Do you know how to raise prices and conversions? Do you know how to plug up your sales pipeline so you don't have leads dropping off? Then do you know how to go from, say, a one-on-one coaching to a monthly recurring revenue model so that each and every month you see your income going up? Then do you know how to give a 100-day wow experience to your clients so they stick with you longer, they're worth more to you, and it becomes heaps easier? And then a pulse check. This is really important. If you get clients coming on, but they don't stay on for too long and they drop off, do you know how to give them a pulse check so that you can give them what they need when they need it and they're super happy? And then lastly, to scale is profit first. Do you know how to properly manage your money so it's really easy every single week? Do you know how to hire coaches? And do you know how to start delegating key tasks such as sales and chat as well? Now, this is just an example of what it is that you need to know and why we go through. Look, there is a 5-step process to this. This is not rocket surgery at all. And if you can follow this, because this is what we take you through, if you can go from putting authority content so people see you as the go-to coach, do you know how to get leads each and every week? Do you know how to get those leads into your sales pipeline so they're begging to work with you? Do you know how to sign on clients so it's not sleazy or salesy? And then do you know how to easily coach your clients as well? And that's the process that we go through. So it's quite simple at the end of the day as well. So if you want us to be able to build out your coaching program, if you want us to show you the exact strategy that we're really confident is going to work for your business, if you're sick and tired, to be perfectly honest, let's just call a spade for a spade. If you're sick and tired of watching videos, listening to podcasts, reading articles, maybe if you've even been burnt by business coaches. I have before. I know these other dudes have been burnt by business coaches before. If you're sick and tired of all that stuff and you just want to be able to wake up each and every day and know the few things that you need to do to build a business so you have more money, you have less stress, and to be perfectly honest, having a team that's proven to be able to do this for you so you can get up and running even faster with much less risk, I think this is honestly the best thing that you could do. Talking to Josh, getting a strategy put together, and then Callum and Elisha jump in and us as a team help you go through that. Boys, am I missing something here, or is this a complete no-brainer?
I've never seen anything like this before. There's absolutely nothing missing.
Amazing. Elisha, from your perspective, dude, obviously when you got started to the point where you're at right now, like what was the biggest roadblocks that you had? What were the biggest questions? Because I just want to say as well, each of these other guys all started with a strategy session. So I think it would be really cool to quickly highlight like what hesitations you guys had coming onto a strategy session and then what happened after that strategy session. And Elisha, you start for us, buddy.
Yeah, sure. Sure. No, I appreciate this. Yeah, the biggest questions I had was, could I trust these people? Like, did they actually like get results? And obviously we've just shown you as we walk through why you should trust us, right? But on the strategy session, I didn't know if we were going to be a good fit. And when I got on that strategy session, that's exactly what we went through. Like they just wanted to know, could I genuinely work with him? And that's what we covered. And so that was my biggest concern getting in there. And I promise you, when you get on the call with Josh, you're going to feel at home, and then he's going to, he's going to make the process so much easier. So.
I love that. What about you, Mr. Vega? Because I know obviously when you started up and you started as a client with the cartel, you twiddled your fingers for a really long time. Do you know what I mean? Like this is not a fantasy story tale from the very get-go.
Yeah, man. I think like a lot of beginning entrepreneurs or coaches out there, you have a lot of questions inside your head. Can I do this? Am I worthy of success? I'm a coach, but I'm not a business person. I had a lot of negativity in between my own ears, and that held me back. And so I just lacked self-belief at the beginning. And once I just kind of made that decision of, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. Like I'm going to really put forth effort. And at least if I fail, I know I went down swinging. Once I actually made that commitment, you go from cleaning toilets to coaching 15,000 people worldwide. So I would say the self-belief for the people out there that are kind of wondering, can I do this? Am I worthy of this? Yes, I am living proof because I'm a bit of a meathead. And if I went from cleaning toilets to being here in Bali, living a life that I love with this ridiculous painting in my villa, pretty sure you can do it too.
All right, this is amazing. How about yourself, Callum? Obviously, Callum had an amazing starting story. Dude, like I remember, you tell the story because I think it's incredible.
Yeah, I grew up in a very, very small country town. Like I'm talking 1,500 people. Actually, I think it was around 1,300 at the time. And so for me, like I had a lot of belief problems. Like when I first saw the ads and I was like, oh, should I book in for a strategy session, whatnot? Because, you know, what's the norm out there? The norm out there is not to do online fitness coaching at all. We've got to stay on the farm and work the farm. Anyway, but the point for me was like I had a lot of scarcity around should I do it? And once again, like what Josh said as well, the belief around it. But I was a bit of a I had no risk radar for me, didn't I, Chris? Like I was just like, you know what, despite whatever, I'm just going to send it. So there's a lot of scarcity for me. That was my kind of uncertainty of what was going to happen. But we had an amazing time that when I was about a week out from me doing my initial launch, and my last of my dollars and the last of my petrol in my gasoline in my tank. I still remember that. I've still got the photo I showed you the other week. I've still got the photo of my little light on, in tears, man, in tears of like what's going to happen, going to work. But I was able to do my initial launch in the industry at 18 and collected 39K PA rolling. So that was pretty cool to jam with that. And that, like, once that kind of opened the floodgates of belief for me, I was like, wow, I was young, I was hungry. And five years later, here I am today, living the dream. So anyway, so my scarcity was there. And guys, to be honest, back then, 5 years ago, what we had in place in the cartel from what is now is like black and white, man. Like what you guys are getting now is 20 million times better than what I started with and was able to have some success. Josh is nodding his head because he knows too.
Yeah, I didn't. There was no VA. There was no software. All of the scripts were done. Yeah, like this is totally. It's not even the same business, and we still made it happen despite not having these systems in place. Yeah, which is why it's so ridiculous if you don't book in for a strategy session with me.
Okay, I absolutely love this, and I really appreciate it. I think a big part of what I really wanted to do today for you is to share really behind the scenes. What are the coaches really doing? We've shared with the exact set of steps for us to be able to do. But importantly as well, you see where these coaches come from. And it's probably in the same boat. You probably should be skeptical right now. You probably should be a little bit wary, and that's perfectly fine. And that's why we make it so easy and such a no-brainer. And let's just take a little step. Let's actually put your strategy together first. Are you happy with that? Can we answer any of your questions? And then it's like, yeah, let's hit the ground running. Let's make that happen. Well, that's exactly what we do to make sure of that as well. And you should have the confidence because we've all done it here. And now it's your time. So all you need to do is click the link below, book in your strategy session. We'll all be talking with you. We'll be helping you along the way as well. Fingers crossed, we're going to have plenty of fun whilst we do it at the same time. Boys, I appreciate you being here today and sharing your time, your knowledge and your experience, everything. And I'm looking forward to chatting with you really soon.